Hello, this is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab, episode number 72, more organization storage ideas, but this time for Spellbinder dies and Cuttlebug folders. Come on in and let's get started. So let's first start with my Spellbinder storage. When I was in my apartment, of course, space was at a premium, so a lot of my things, again, were containerized. But I was able to store my Spellbinder, Cuttlebug, Sizzix, Fiskars plates all in one of these really useful boxes. I was fortunate enough to be able to grab some of these save the date magnets from AC Moore when they had them on clearance. And what I did was took my Spellbinder dies, clipped them to the back side of the magnet, and put the cover on top. And with the envelopes that came with them, I just slid them in so that I could flip through, find what I wanted, easily locate it, pull it out, use it, and return it back. Well, now that I have more space, I was out on the web searching for some new storage ideas. One of my subscribers liked this video, so of course I went zooming right over to see what it was all about, and I fell absolutely in love with the idea that Rhashidah shared with us, and I'll put a link to her YouTube channel below. The only difference is she used a clip it up, and although I have this brand new space that I'm using, I still don't have room for a clip it up, but I took her clip idea and integrated it into my now new storage system for my Spellbinder dies. Ready to see it? Sorry for the shadows, but there is my new Spellbinder storage system. I took that clip idea and combined it with a curtain rod. These are from my apartment, and they weren't going to work here in the new place, and I was going to donate them until I saw her video and started kind of bandying about the idea with a couple of other people in my Yahoo group. Think this will work. Problem is, I need to find the clips. Texas Debbie told me that I could find the clips at Bed Bath & Beyond, so I went zooming over there, got some, put them on, and it's beautiful. Right now I don't have them organized in any kind of shape, form, or fashion because I realize I'm going to need about 50 or so clips to get it done. And of course, you know, I want to have some extras, and I think this is genius. Just as Rhashidah did on hers, I'll do tabs that I'll put at the top so it'll let me know what I'm working with, of which ones are labels, which ones are some of these beautiful pendant dies or whatever I have, so I can go right to what I need, take it down, use it, and put it right back up there. Love it. Thank you, Rhashidah. Okay, on to my Cuttlebug storage. And previously, I was storing them into these little cute containers that I used to sell when I was a show exhibitor at crafting events. And inside I kept either all Sizzix Tim Holtz one in one container, or I kept all Cuttlebug ones in one container. And the downside was, if you can call it that, I just had to pull them all out and kind of flip through to find what I wanted. And then, of course, you know, the daunting task of putting them all back. But, you know, that worked for me. And for the amount of tiny space I was in, without being able to have them on display, this worked very, very well. So if you're like me and you were tight on space and you can grab two of these little rectangular containers, they would work beautifully. There is also, you know, the lunch pail one that we all love that's out there. And the small ones will fit in there. The large ones still won't fit. So you'd have a problem with that. But these would fit in very well. You'd still have that problem of having to dig it out. And what this was before was a lunch pail scrapbook kit that I also used to sell with directions and everything in there to put it together. And since I have a lot of these around, and you know, because I stopped doing shows, I thought, how else can I use them? And so this was just one of the samples that my partner and I had made up at the time, and this worked. So this little tin will work for your smaller Cuttlebug folders and possibly some of your nestability dies. If you do as Rhashidah did and cut it down and make it a little smaller, they'll fit in here very neatly, compact, contained. You won't have to worry about losing pieces. So if you're interested in getting one of these little kits, and everything you see on here is included for you to complete it, including the scrapbook kit inside with directions, shoot me an email. I'll quote you a really good price on it. They're just sitting around in my craft space, taking up space. So if I can unload some, that would be wonderful. But now, let me share with you my new way of storing my Cuttlebug folders. Here we go. Now, since I had 2 of these rods, and they're not the same color because they were in 2 separate rooms, I had another one to use. And I thought, how else can I make this work? And lo and behold, my eyes fell to my Cuttlebug folders. And with these little clips, and I would clip them from the bottom up, they work. And there's enough twirling space. And on this particular curtain rod, I can adjust the distance the rod is from the wall. So I put it as far away as I could get it so that I'd have enough twirling room for my Spellbinder dies and for my Cuttlebug folders, particularly the larger ones. I had my smaller ones in a container as I showed you earlier, but now I can hang both, the big ones and the little ones. I'll have to find some kind of way to label them, although I don't even know if I need to. I can just flip through and find the one I want, unclip it, use it, put it back, and it's going to be awesome. But on the opposite wall, on the other side by the door, is where I'm going to hang my now new Cuttlebug storage system. So this is the clip it up idea taken to the curtain rod. Gotta love it. So again, thank you for joining me in the lab today. Hopefully I can come to you with my final room and show you my cool punch storage system. Please check out my blog, inkollusions.blogspot.com. Until then,